You have just tuned in to the Mag Nerd Podcast, your home for everything in music, anime, and
Shelter
gaming.
King here, back with another video, and today, my God, I got a hot ass video for you boys today. Whoo! I'm talking about laying waste to motherfucking enemies with white lightning. Let me tell you. So, actually, before I get into this spicy ass deck, I have to pay the bills first with some shameless plugs. If you guys don't already know or you're not familiar with my channel, I also host a podcast every week. It's called the Mag Nerd Podcast. We talk about music, anime, and gaming. So I just want to let you guys know that episode 11 is now live. Link in the description below. And in that episode, we talk about the hottest anime in for fall 2018. So basically gives you guys, anime fans, if you want to know what you should be watching or what you should at least make sure you are definitely watching, this episode is for you. We definitely talk about Goblin Slayer, which is, if you're an anime fan, that's all anybody is talking about. Also, in gaming, we talked about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, also the new Nintendo Switch 2.0. We cover all of that stuff as well as all the hottest news from the world of music. Alright. So, one last thing before we jump into this deck stuff. Also, Black Ops 4 released this week. I will be covering a full coverage of it on the podcast this week. But if you guys want to play with me in Ghost, you can find us on Xbox. That's where we stomping cats out at. And just look for Shownuff the King, SHOWNUFFDAKING. Just go ahead, friend me on Xbox. We did our first Black Ops Battle Royale, and we did 5 matches, and out of the 5 matches, our squad won 2, so we ain't no joke. Without further ado, let's get into this deck build. So, Konami, I have to give them credit. So, usually, I'm pretty harsh on Konami, but today, they did us right. So, the new EX Blue Eyes deck is out. Alright? And with it, we got some amazing Blue Eye support. I mean, amazing Blue Eye support. So, Konami actually did a really good thing, and I'm not calling them Komani today because, again, I do think they did us right this time. So, in the last EX structure deck was the Silent Magician. And in that Silent Magician deck, we got one UR, we got an SR, and then we got another SR, which was the Golden Sarcophagus. But in that structure deck, we didn't get anything that would... We couldn't buy it with gems. You could only buy it with money, and it was expensive as hell. So this time around, they let you buy one with 1,000 gems, and then the first one that you had to pay for, I guess, was discounted because I paid $6.99 for mine. So I bought one with gems, and then I got one with $6.99. And you really only need to buy this twice because the other card that people would want to get 3 of, Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, as you can see, it's not even in this build. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. So let's get into the deck. So this deck is an engine of motherfucking destruction. Let me tell you, I am loving this fucking deck so much. I am running through the ladder right now, and I am crushing everything in my path. I have probably done about 12 to 15 matches, and I've only lost twice. I lost one to a mirror match, and that was again because I had a bad hand. And then I lost another match because I made a misplay with Azure Eyes where I should have summoned Azure Eyes. Instead, I attacked with Blue Eyes, and they had something in the back row that stopped me. So the next turn, they won. Other than that, I have been mowing fools down. Now, how have I been doing that? Well, I'm about to show you. So, I have... here is one of the major pieces of this deck. Dragon Spirit of White. This is a 8-star, 2,500 attack, 2,000 defense, Blue Eyes. And when it's summoned, when it's normal summon or special summon, it can remove from play a back row. This card is one of the heart and souls of this deck. This card makes the deck work. You can run it at 3. I actually, in the most of the replays that you're going to watch, I had been running it at 3. The reason why I dropped it to 2 was because I was noticing that there was so many times where I would have Blue Eyes monsters in my hand, but nothing to summon them. And I would have like a Silver's Cry, but I wouldn't have anything in the graveyard. So what I did was I switched out one of my Dragon Spirits for a Cosmo Brain. And with Cosmo Brain, what he does is you can special summon him by discarding a card and discarding a normal monster. And this card and Blue Eyes are both considered normal monsters in the hand or graveyard. So if you have Cosmo Brain and Blue Eyes in your hand, but you have like a Silver's Cry, you're good. And I also I'm running 2 Silver Cries, 1 Stamping Destruction. Now, if you have 3 Silver Cries, maybe you want to run 3 Silver Cries, but my deck, I want to make sure that I can get to your life points as soon as possible. So for me, it's all about that back row destruction. So, and this is especially for Amazons, because Amazons, you're done. With this deck, because again, with Amazon decks, they only have 2 cards that you have to worry about, and that's Onslaught. If you take out their 2 Onslaughts, and if you have Dragon Spirit and you remove them from play, they're done. There's nothing they can do. So I'm running 3 Ancient Rules, and again, that Ancient Rules works both on Blue Eyes and on Dragon Spirit of the White because he is considered a normal monster in the hand and in the graveyard. I'm also running 3 Protector with Eyes of Blue, because again, he is basically a Kaiba man that's also a tuner that can also special summon another light tuner, and that's what you want to do. So some of the combos that you can do in your opening hand, let's say you got a Protector, Blue Eyes, and you got a White Stone of Legend, and then maybe you got like a Ancient Rules or a Silver's Cry, whatever. So what you can do is you can summon Protector, special summon the White Stone of Legend, tribute the White Stone of Legend to bring out a Blue Eyes from your hand, and then when the White Stone of Legend goes to the graveyard, you can use that to bring another Blue Eyes to your hand, and then with that, you can just go ahead and special summon it with Ancient Rules. You can tribute. It's bananas. And again, just to some tech cards I put in here is Dragon's Rebirth. This also gives you an opportunity to special summon from the graveyard or from your hand. And what I like to do with this one is I actually was running the other dragon card, but you can also do it with Dragon White Stone of Legend. If you're in trouble and you want to just go ahead and get a Blue Eyes out your hand or the graveyard real quick, tribute that White Stone of Legend. It'll get removed from play, but again, some spicy cards. And again, 1 Champion's Vigilance. And again, if you don't want to run Dragon's Rebirth, you can also run Treacherous Trap Hole. I might even switch this out for Treacherous Trap Hole. I'm just waiting to see how everything turns out. So without further ado, I'll be right back with some replays. Alright guys, we are back. We got Yami Yugi versus Seto Kaiba. Let's go ahead and set the mood. So as you can see here, I set my card. Oh yeah, I remember this one. This is actually a good one. Blue Eyes 1. Blue Eyes 2. Azure Eyes to make sure that you can protect yourself from whatever you got in the back, which is Rainbow Life. Not a problem. I just want to make sure I can get rid of his monster. You can tell he's starting shaking his boots. Bring out the 3rd. God damn, look at that. Look at it, so fucking pretty. 34. And he gets me with the wing Karibo. I was so mad. And the rest of the match is pretty self-explanatory. It was just his desperation to try to do something, but he didn't really have anything on me. Two blue eyes on the field. 99. Also forgot, beatdown is the skill of choice with this deck. For obvious reasons, especially in a mirror match, which is going to be the last match that I show you, where beatdown is essential for getting over those big monsters. As you could also see with the Silent Magician deck that I just played. Yeah, I don't know what this guy was doing with the stim pack. I haven't seen that card in forever. Look at that. Woo, he thought he was getting away with it. No, sir. Beat to death. And he scooped. We are back with the third match. And I've been playing a lot of Yami Yugis today. I don't know what's up with that. And as you can see my hand, it's a perfect opening hand. Give it that back row. And at the same time, get another blue eyes to the hand. And look what I do here. I'm going to pause it. So why, you ask, did I do that? So when Dragon Spirit of White is on the field, you can't use him to bring out Azure Eyes because he's an effect monster when he's on the field. But I can bring out the other card that's also a 9, and then when I send Dragon Spirit of White to the graveyard, he becomes a normal monster again, and the reason why I did that is to use Silver's Cry, as you'll see in a second. Turn 2. It's over. 99. None of these decks have lasted more than 5 turns. This wasn't even a great hand. You see what I'm saying? This is what made me put in the Cosmo Brain. Because again, I had a Silver's Cry, but I had nothing in the graveyard. So after this matchup, that's why I added in Cosmo Brain. So he brings out Dangerous. Hits me for 3,000. Luckily, he did not have a mass change, because if he had mass change, he would have been over. But, part of the cards, Mausoleum of White, look what I do, look what I do. I actually made a misplay here. So, the misplay, and I hope you guys don't make the same mistake, what I should have done is when I played Mausoleum of White, I should have used this effect to give my Protector the ability to gain attack points and then dump a blue eyes, and then with that I could have used Silver's Cry to bring that one back, but I misplayed and actually sacrificed Protector before I had an opportunity to use Mausoleum, which is a misplay on my part, but it doesn't matter. Remove that Rainbow Life, Stamping Destruction, that back row. still use Mausoleum. $29, $16. And just a stun on them. Bring on another Blue Eyes. 90 motherfucking night. Under 5 turns, what'd I tell you? And the final matchup, we have a mirror match. This is again just to highlight how dangerous it is and how important it is to have beatdown. This is actually a very good matchup, so just watch. That was his first mistake. Should have stuck with the Blue Eyes. That's why you keep a Stamping Destruction in your hand, in your deck. He ended up having another enemy. And this is where it gets tricky, y'all. Look at this. That Silver's Cry. All I needed. And then a clutch draw. That's it. Ancient Rules. Blicky. 11. 600. $99. Vig. Lay waste to your enemy. White Lightning. God damn it, I love this deck. Rate, comment, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Mag Nerd podcast. I'll see you motherfuckers later. Yeah.